The man was suspended high in the air by two iron chains, moments away from being cast into the abyss known as Naraku. In his eyes burned nothing but hatred and resentment, all because he had been falsely accused of murdering his adoptive father. Watching his childhood sweetheart coldly sever ties with him in this moment, and seeing the faces of those around him, people who refused to seek the truth yet were all too eager to condemn him to death, Nick swore a bitter oath in his final second before the fall. One day, he would return to the celestial realm, and slaughter every last one of them. The truth was, Nick had grown up in the slums. To help support his family, he would sneak daily into the wealthy district just beyond the wall, scavenging for useful items in the garbage disposal site. However, taking anything out of there was strictly forbidden. Just as Nick had gathered a hefty haul and was about to leave, a group of guards spotted him. Seeing them draw their weapons and open fire, he had no choice but to dodge frantically. In the end, he barely escaped, though not without taking a bullet to the arm. News of the garbage site disturbance quickly spread through the slums, and soon, fingers were pointing at Nick. After all, the slums had originally been a place to imprison criminals. To erase that stigma, everyone worked hard to avoid wrongdoing. But Nick's parents had gone on a killing spree, undoing all their efforts. Because of this, Nick became an outcast, despised by all. Yet even in such circumstances, his childhood friend Lisa stood by him. She always believed Nick would never become a bad person. That day, Nick had planned to give Lisa a doll he'd found the day before. But before he could even speak, Lisa was called away by her mother. When he returned home, his adoptive father, who had witnessed the scene, teased him mercilessly. Though Nick was merely a child taken in out of pity, his adoptive father cared deeply for him. He repeatedly warned Nick against the dangers of scavenging, insisting that he would find a way to earn money. Touched by his words, Nick remembered how his hands had been blackened since childhood, often racked with excruciating pain. The disdainful stares of those around him had left deep scars on his young heart. But back then, his adoptive father had given him a pair of gloves. Though tattered and worn, wearing them eased the pain. At the same time, his father pulled out a doll, encouraging Nick to confess his feelings boldly, even suggesting he seize the moment to kiss Lisa. The next day, Nick wandered to the edge of the slums, where the bottomless Naraku stretched below. It was where all the trash was dumped, along with those who committed grave crimes. As he wondered what became of those cast into the abyss, Lisa suddenly appeared beside him. Perhaps sensing his thoughts, she said softly, "I don't want to see you thrown down there." And when Lisa showed him such kindness, Nick seized the chance at last and handed her the doll.